everybody, and welcome to A Cup of Tea with A plus C. I'm Polly, and today we are joined with Mai. How are you doing?
Hi, it's such a pleasure to be with A Cup of Tea.
So, Mai, have you got a drink?
I got a cup of tea as is set right here, a cup of tea.
You legend.
Yeah,
well done. She hit the brief. A lot of people have been coming in with just like a juice or a coffee.
Well, why not? Yeah.
But Mai, you get the gold star because you came with a cup of tea. So cheers, Mai. So where are you right now?
So I'm back to London. I live in London, yeah. And London right now is quite gloomy. So I guess it's like that for most of us everywhere.
But it's very moody. We were saying that the lighting, we wanted to check your lighting was okay, but it's nice and moody, and I think it sets the tone for your style of animation. So I want to ask you, you've got a very distinctive style, and where did that come about? What was your inspiration for that?
I think I have always had such a love for the texture of paper. So even since I was a little girl, I play a lot with paper. Like I cut off the magazine and make paper dolls out of it. And it stayed with me when I started to do stop motion. Like paper is such a delicate materials. Yeah. And somehow it's give life into the characters. Like there's such a delicacy and the fragility, and when it's caught on camera you can feel all that, and somehow it makes the characters feel more sensitive.
What was your first project that you did that you were like, this is my style, this is how I'm going to progress?
So I did a couple like experimenting project before on paper. So sometime quite a long time ago, it was in 2015 that I started to experiment with a paper puppet, and I made a little film about a flamingo, and I actually made her out of toilet paper.
No way.
And then there's a little dance that she does, and then the paper kept like flying in the air with us, and people was like amazed. Oh my God, there's a toilet paper, but it was just like it looks so lovely on her.
So you came to London to study at the National Film and Television School, and when did you move?
So it was in 2020.
But that's tough.
Yeah.
That is tough.
Yeah.
And you had come
That
from
was so hard.
Vietnam, right?
So I came from Vietnam. So I worked in animation in Vietnam sometime before. I worked in TV series, and then worked in some commercial as well. And I do feel like the need to explore narrative storytelling a bit more, and I develop myself more as a director. So I came to the NFTS in 2020, and as we figure what happened afterward, it went into lockdown like 3 months after I first started. It was such a hard time, but at the same time, like the school really helped to keep us moving forward. And I think the fact that we can keep making film, that's what keeps us going.
I mean, I think for a stop motion animator, it's a nice focused time, especially if you're able to make your own puppets out of toilet paper, or although toilet paper was really hard to come by.
Yeah, such a hard time.
There's Mai's the one in the supermarket.
We managed to stock up. We were quick. I experiment with the paper puppet and cut out puppet mixed with like 2Ds and stop motion animations, pixelations, and it was such a good accumulation of experience and experimentation to put into my final project, which called Spring Road Dream. The film went on really well.
It's so good.
For the festival run, and it's the style that I developed with it. It felt so endearing. It felt like it's something I have always hoped to achieve in filmmaking, to have a more sense of narrative storytelling.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be limited in terms of action or emotion, like expression of characters. I think we really managed to achieve that with the film.
Oh, it was beautiful. It's the folds. It's the folds of the paper on their face, and it gives such beautiful detail
like
to the character.
Tiny detail and texture, and it make all the difference. You feel the puppet like a real person, and you feel close to them.
Yeah. For sure. You've written a beautiful blog post for us on our website. And in one of the questions, you talk about seeing characters in inanimate objects. And when you were a kid, your sense of play was always in these inanimate objects. So where does that imagination come from?
I think it might have come from me spending a lot of time on myself. I was such a dreamy kid when I was little, and I spent a lot of time to just like playing around the house, finding the little object, maybe make a doll's house out of little object I have, and make a house for my paper dolls and stuff. And one of the things that maybe like kickstart my sense of storytelling is because I have a little brother, and he loves story.
Yeah.
He would want to be for me to tell him like bedtime story. Like every night he went to bed, and sometimes I would tell him story I read from the books, like fairy tales. Sometimes I just like ran out story and I just like start making something up.
Wow.
And yeah, I think I own it to him as a storyteller.
Mai, I'm so happy we got to chat, and thank you for your time today. We're going to put some links in so people can read that beautiful blog post that you wrote for us, and also to get to see some of your work as well. So definitely check out my stuff because it is absolutely exquisite. And we will see you again for another cup of tea with A+E.
Soon. Yeah.
Come to Margate. Come and visit us. Bring the sunshine again, please.
Oh, please.